Welcome to you all as we embark on this slightly different but very interesting investigation into the extensive history and amazing architecture of West Norwood Cemetery. Follow us as we walk through time and bring you many of the great historical figures that once walked with us.
Nestled in the heart of South London, West Norwood Cemetery stands as only one of two magnificent seven cemeteries south of the Thames, a place where memory, architecture and history entwine beneath the canopy of time. Founded in 1836 and opened the following year, West Norwood was originally known as the South Metropolitan Cemetery. It was the second of the Magnificent Seven to open, just months after Kensal Green. These cemeteries were born from necessity, created to relieve London's overcrowded churchyards as the city's population surged past 1 million. Parliament responded with legislation encouraging private cemeteries on the city's outskirts. By 1841, 7 had been built.
West Norwood was designed by Sir William Tite, the architect behind the Royal Exchange. Conceived in Gothic revival style, it featured a grand entrance arch, twin chapels, landscaped gardens and catacombs, crafted in Tudor Gothic, echoing the architecture of the lodge and gate. Its elevated position on London clay made it ideal for digging. Above ground, another architectural marvel rises, St Stephen's Chapel, commissioned by Stephen and Marietta Raleigh in memory of their son, Augustus, who died at Eton, aged just 16. The chapel was designed by Thomas Knowles. Its northern face draws directly from ancient Greece, echoing the Parthenon and the Temple of Hephaestus. The southern side, added in 1952 by Harold Warren Wilson, features a central etched window showing Christ ascending with angels. It replaced bomb-damaged sections from the Second World War. Inside the chapel's ceiling, hand-painted with stars, crosses and honeysuckle, was fully restored in 2024 thanks to the National Lottery Heritage Fund. Mahogany benches installed in 1884 still stand as quiet witness to grief and remembrance.
Beneath the quiet lawns lay a hidden world, the catacombs. These were the most prestigious and most expensive burial spaces in the cemetery. Together, the Anglican and Nonconformist catacombs were designed to hold around 3,500 coffins. Today, only the Grade II listed catacombs beneath the Anglican chapel survive, with an estimated 2,500 coffins resting in 6 corridors branching from a central aisle. Sir William Tite himself is buried here, among memorial tablets salvaged from the chapel walls and colonnades. Carved angels and decorative fragments saved in 1960 now rest in silence alongside the dead. One corridor was designed for temporary burials, coffins placed for easy removal should families relocate, yet many were never moved and remained untouched, frozen in time. Over time, the catacombs became abandoned and the structure fell into disrepair and became unsafe and largely inaccessible to the public, and is currently closed. However, efforts are underway to restore the catacombs and enable public access once again.
To the east lie the Raleigh family vaults, marked by inscriptions and private entrances. To the west, the mortuary chapel, where coffins awaited burial or transport back to Greece. The Greek necropolis, established in 1842 by London's Greek community, remains a striking enclave of classical monuments. Though based in North London, they chose West Norwood to honour their dead, with architecture echoing ancient Athens. Sir William Tite, 1798 to 1873, architect of the Royal Exchange and designer of West Norwood Cemetery itself. Tite's vision shaped the cemetery's Gothic aesthetic and its catacombs. His mausoleum is a masterpiece of Victorian funerary art. Isabella
Beeton, 1836 to 1865. A household name in Victorian England, Beeton authorised Mrs. Beeton's Book of Household Management, a comprehensive guide to cooking, etiquette and domestic life. She died tragically young at 28, shortly after the birth of her fourth child.
Sir Henry Tate, 1819 to 1899. A sugar magnate whose philanthropy transformed Britain's cultural landscape. He founded the Tate Gallery, now a cornerstone of British art, and championed public access to education and the arts.
Sir Henry Dalton, 1820 to 1897. Head of the Royal Dalton Pottery Company, Dalton revolutionised ceramic manufacturing. His Lambeth factory produced terracotta used in many of West Norwood's mausoleums, including his own.
Thomas King, 1835 to 1888. Due to his courage and physical strength, King became a prize fighter. At the time, prize fighting was illegal, so fights were held in secret. The famous Queensberry rules for amateur boxing were introduced in 1867, and King at last was champion of the British prize ring.
Sir Henry Bessemer, 1813 to 1898. Inventor of the Bessemer process, which made steel production faster and cheaper. His innovation powered the Industrial Revolution and transformed construction worldwide.
Henry Grissel, 1810 to 1883. Martin de la Grande Grissel, 1820 to 1904. The brothers Henry and Martin de la Grande were the proprietors of the Regent's Canal Ironworks. The firm provided ironwork bridges for Rupert Stevenson, gates and railings for Buckingham Palace and the British Museum, and the earliest postboxes. The heavily galvanised cast iron chest tomb with pink granite panels was surrounded by ornate railings when built, but are no longer present.
Sir Hiram Stephen Maxim, 1796 to 1867. Maxim, a prolific inventor, held hundreds of patents, notably for his automatic machine gun and various electric lighting inventions, though his claims to inventing the light bulb led to legal disputes with Thomas Edison. His patents also covered a broad range of other inventions, including a mousetrap, a sprinkling system, vacuum pumps, and a successful automatic steam-powered water pump.
Lucy Gallop, 1847 to 1883, and Henry Clay Gallop, 1834 to 1885. The owners of a well-established and successful drug and cosmetic business, this Grade II listed monument is topped by a sculpted marble figure pointing heavenwards. The face is a good likeness of Lucy. At the time, the stonemasons would have given a photograph of the deceased to sculpture a likeness.
The Reverend Charles Haddon Spurgeon, 1834 to 1892. One of the most influential Baptist ministers of the 19th century and founder of the Metropolitan Tabernacle. Spurgeon's sermons drew thousands and shaped evangelical thought. West Norwood Cemetery is more than a place of rest. It's a chronicle of Victorian ambition, creativity and reform. Among its nearly 200,000 burials lie individuals whose legacies shaped industry, art, science and society. Among the many whose monuments are now Grade II listed.
By 1915, the cemetery adapted to changing times, adding a crematorium. The current facility opened in 1956, includes 2 chapels and a columbarium, a quiet space where urns await their final resting place. The original cemetery gate still stands, but the Victorian chapels were lost to wartime bombing during the Second World War. Their absence is a silent reminder of the cemetery's resilience.
By the 1960s, West Norwood had fallen into neglect. Lambeth Council acquired the site and approved a controversial lawn clearance scheme, removing over 10,000 memorials. More than 900 graves were resold, a move later deemed illegal. The scheme was introduced to support affected families. Today, over 65 monuments are Grade 2 listed, recognised by Historic England for their special interest. Restoration efforts are underway, led by Lambeth Council and the Friends of West Norwood Cemetery, preserving this sacred space for future generations. Though closed to new burials, the cemetery continues to host funerals and cremations. With over 46,000 graves, most private, some public, it remains a place of quiet dignity. Divided into 129 squares, each grave is uniquely numbered, though no markers define the boundaries.
Each monument is a portal to a life once lived, a legacy etched in stone, sealed in velvet and remembered in silence. West Norwood Cemetery is not just a resting place, it is a cathedral of memory, a gallery of grief, greatness and grandeur, and a testament to the lives, minds and hearts that shaped London's past.